So bought this building and upfit it and moved in here. Well, what time we moved in here, the world had changed. Dodge came into the sport. Kmart went out of business. A lot of things had happened. So when we moved in here, we had our two cars, the 28 and 88, or 38 and 88 at the time, and some road race projects. So we had this 75,000 square foot world-class engine facility and not a lot of business. Jack Roush is sitting there with his 5 cars, plus the Wood Brothers, plus some other things. And it's like we saw Toyota was coming with, we know how they did their programs in IndyCar and Formula One. And so I said, we better think ahead here.
Saddle up, yeah.
Yeah, let's see about getting together. So we talked to Ford Motor Company, Edsel Ford, of course. I absolutely loved it. It's like, that's what we've been wanting, guys.
Yeah.
Dan Davis was the head of Ford Racing at the time. He was endorsed it. So that at the end of the 2003 season, my dad and I talked, and we were at Atlanta, the third from the last race at the time. We were at Atlanta, Rockingham, Homestead back then. And so it's time to talk to Jack. So Saturday after the first practice, we went over, and my dad tapped Jack on the shoulder, and he turned around in shock and amazement, said, "Hey, Doug and I want to come talk to you." And he said, "All right, well, meet me in my motorhome after practice or in between practice." And so we went in his motorhome, and I'm like, man, I'm nervous. My butterflies, and my dad was, he's pretty calm and collected. But he said, "Hey, we want to talk to you about putting our programs together. We heard, you might be interested," and because the Ford connection was kind of me doing in between this. And Jack looked right at my dad, and he said, "Look, I don't like you very much, but I do like Doug, and I think he has a bright future. Yeah. And for that, I'm interested in doing this deal."
Really?
And that was the initial meeting